Okay,
No,
yeah, here it is. Duped article, rewrite of Mein Kampf.
I like how Mein Kampf is now going to be on here.
Oh, so they changed stuff to
that's
more
what it was.
feminist stuff.
I knew it was something like that had to do with like misogyny or within that realm.
That's what I said.
It's
Shane.
not misogyny
well,
though.
not
It's a feminist
exactly
manifesto.
misogyny.
All right.
So one of the
it's a
papers,
little different than misogyny.
So one of the papers, so the paper they're talking about, they called it, because Mein Kampf means my struggle in English, and what they called it was our struggle is my struggle. Solidarity feminism as an intersectional reply to neoliberal choice.
I love how they didn't actually like change the name at all.
No, they really didn't.
Oh, I've got one for you.
Oh, that one that you took earlier?
Yeah.
That was fucking badass, though, dude. How the hell did
my
you get that angle?
favorite.
No, I don't get
I
it.
already know what you're fucking doing. Fuck you.
The best photo ever.
Here comes the fucking
No,
black cock.
no, it was no. This one's different though.
No, it's
Oh,
way
it's
you gotta
different,
set
isn't it? Oh, yeah, that's very different.
it's always funny. It's always funny.
I was finally fucking catching on to that shit.
I'll send you a selfie really quick.
Do an AI version of that. See what happens.
Oh, that'd be fucking epic.
Actually, they say you can't put
Pornographic images.
Okay.
stuff on there. Yeah.
Blur it out and then just put it up there. Just see what it does. I want to see. It'll be hilarious.
I think
Kevin, I get it.
He
You'll
doesn't
have to
wanna-
look at it.
He doesn't want to lose the program.
The thing
They'll
will,
lock him
the,
out.
No, the thing says that it will ban you for pornographic images. and
Okay,
stuff like that.
blur out.
That's too risky, Shane.
Yeah, but you can't do it.
It's too risky.
Yeah.
TikTok's the same way, but they're finding some pretty colorful ways to get around that.
Really?
It like reflection stuff.
Yeah, people do that. Or
Yeah.
the I think the phone thing came from that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. There's and then they try doing the quick snippet one, but that one gets caught on. But the reflection one hasn't been stopped yet.
That motherfucker. Whoever started that.
Big ass fucking titties. Big ass titties.
I mean, titties are great, but
That's what I love about it. Is like these women are trying their damnedest to show that shit off.
You know what's funny is that you like that so much, but tits are free on the internet,
I know.
right? Yeah. But there is something to
The taboo of it.
the taboo of I'm not supposed to do that
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's something
it's
to
fucking
it.
hot, dude. There's something really hot about
It's
that.
it's the difference between like a chick flashing you or you just going to a strip club.
No,
like
when
at a
it-
strip club, you're like, yeah, this is hot and everything. But a chick
let's
flashing
go
you,
drop.
you're like, that was for me. That was me.
It's the
Right,
old school like
exactly.
it's the grade school middle school. Oh my god! This
Holy
could be a
shit!
fun one,
This
dude.
is those are words.
Middle school.
Medical school.
Medical school.
Tim, did you go to medical school?
Medical school. Wow.
You got your PhD in
Let's fire
stupid.
this up before it gets any worse, man. Jesus. Got a cube in me and 3 beers, and Shane's already spraying shit everywhere.
I didn't spray
No,
it.
use a. You lazy fuck.
What's wrong with it?
That's a nice velvet bag that you wipe. Well, of course, you probably wipe your spit up with that thing too.
Yeah, remember we wiped up everything with it.
That's right.
The fuck
That's
are you
your
talking
bag.
about?
That's your mic bag.
The fuck are you talking about?
Talking about your ego.
Welcome to the show. It's the SKIDS Podcast. I'm Shade Kopke. I'm here with Tim.
Too late.
All right, that worked.
One.
Tim Gage
Come on.
No, he's not plugged in.
and Kevin McNichols.
Nichols.
Kevin, you are plugged in.
You plugged
Yeah,
into
look.
the fucking thing?
It's fucking buffering.
Cool.
Yep.
This intro went very well.
It was an unpredicted intro. You just kind of just fired it up.
Oh,
Finally
Gage.
caught up.
Gage. Tim Gage.
Hey,
Tim
you got it.
Gage.
You got it.
All right, 2 minutes in.
You got
That's
it.
great.
I know, right?
Well, that worked out super well. So this week's episode of The Last of Us was super dark.
Oh, we're getting right into it, huh?
Why not?
Yeah, it was more than
That
dark.
was super dark.
It was a good episode, actually.
Kevin's apparently a fan of pedophilia.
See, I didn't pick up on that until the very end, though. I
Well,
really didn't.
And they're also cannibals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the cannibal thing was like, whoa.
Yeah.
But the pedophilia part, I literally didn't pick up until he was on top of her saying something. I was like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, you motherfucker.
Tim, with some of the things that you told me about you going over to that old guy's house, yeah, I get it. I get
Yeah.
that you didn't pick up on it.
I didn't register with me until that.
No,
very
I
moment.
understand.
Like until I saw his penis, I'm like, oh, okay. Shit.
You're like, oh man,
This wasn't about pilot wings.
You're like, it's definitely inside me, isn't it? It's inside me, right? Right now.
Wait a minute, this isn't a puzzle. This is anal sex.
So the actual Joel's in that episode.
Yeah.
Also.
Troy
Baker.
Baker. Yeah. I didn't even
Oh, no
recognize him.
shit.
Yeah. He's the other
James.
cannibal.
He's the right-hand man of
Oh,
David.
the voice that plays Joel.
Guy plays Joel.
Voice
He does a
actor?
lot of other voice acting.
So he's the right hand man that's kind of concerned the whole time about like questioning
Yeah.
everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's him.
No
Yeah.
shit.
I didn't
Yeah.
recognize him.
Well, how could
looks
you? I
very
don't know. It
different.
doesn't even look like him.
Yeah. No, it didn't.
Yes, he doesn't look like a cartoon character from a
Yeah,
video
no
game.
shit.
His voice either. Of course, I haven't played the video game, so I don't know much about the voice. But
I think he does something different with his voice to do the Joel character. 'cause
well,
it's-
yeah.
It's definitely more of a southern twang to
well, they
it.
kinda
He's
do that
also
too,
played
yeah.
Joker as well. More recently.
Oh, he sounded like the Joker in the show, though.
What?
So.
I thought Mark Hamill always did the Joker.
He retired, and then Troy Baker took over.
Oh no,
Yeah.
that was a good Joker voice too.
Dude,
I don't
Mark
know why.
Hamill's
When
one of the
anytime anyone says retired, I always think back to Borat. Oh, retired. Like mental or physical?
No. I don't work anymore. Well, yeah. What part doesn't work?
I don't. Fucking, such a funny ass movie,
Okay.
dude. I got to see that movie. So he knew my friend Dylan, the one that killed himself. But me and Dylan went and saw that movie, and it was we didn't know what to expect. 'Cause
Right.
We didn't know. You know a little bit about Sacha Baron Cohen because
Yeah, you seen his.
Yeah.
He had
Ali G.
Ali G.
Yeah, so
he had a movie that came out before that. Ali G.
Yeah, the
which
Ali
was
G
fucking stupid.
it was
in my
stupid
opinion.
because it was scripted.
Yeah, well, I didn't like the Ali G character anyway.
Me either. I was
couldn't
never a
stand it.
fan of the
It was
Ali
so
G.
stupid. That's why
I
I had
was-
a block on it. I didn't want to go watch this other nonsense.
Oh, I was such a fan of all of his other characters. They
Yeah.
were
Yeah.
all fucking
I
great.
was
liked
it
all of his other
MTV that he had a
characters,
series, like a short 30-minute show on?
I don't know.
Because I know a lot of these up and comings at the time had like you had.
No, he was on the BBC.
But no, MTV showcased some of his stuff,
I don't remember.
and I
that.
think also the other that Andy Milonakis had a little 30-minute.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah, he
couldn't
Tom Green
stand
had a little
him
show.
either.
I
I
mean,
like Tom Green.
And I think that's where he got a lot of his representation in the States was MTV as well.
I don't think so. I don't
Andy
remember.
Milonakis?
No,
check,
Sacha Baron
oh,
Cohen.
Sacha
Look
Baron
up Sacha Baron Cohen.
Because I
thought it
can't
was
think of any other
HBO.
station where he would have showed up on. You know,
That's right. HBO's where he got his start in America.
Really?
Yeah, 'cause
HBO.
that's what,
Because
Ali
Ali
G
G was
on.
HBO, but it was BBC first or whatever.
Huh.
And then it got
Well, I was a kid.
brought
I
over
didn't
here.
have that HBO shit in my house. I had MTV, so I think I knew him from that. That's why I say it was MTV.
Look it up. Let's tell Tim how
I mean, I
sad
could
his
be-
life actually was.
But
No, I saw it
he
at a
had-
friend's
he
house.
had like a 30-minute show.
Yeah,
on
it was HBO.
on MTV. That's what we're looking for, not HBO. Hubba.
First, his film debut was the Ali G 2002 movie, and then he
Just type in, was Sacha Baron Cohen's show ever on MTV?
That's too much. That's a lot to type. That is a lot to type. And folks at home are already like, no, he wasn't on MTV, you fucking douche. But they had that late night series
No.
like Eon
No.
Flux and all that. Was that MTV as well, or was that comedy?
Eon Flux was MTV, but that was back in like the 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was super 90s.
Yeah, no, he never had a show of his own on MTV.
All right.
Looks like HBO was the one that he.
Way to go, dummy.
Well, like I said, I could have sworn that's where I saw him represented, but like I said, my family didn't do HBO.
Why are you using the word represented so much now?
It's all
You've
about
said it like 4
it's like
times already on this
representa-
show.
Well, he's been
Representation
in like
without,
MTV
You are getting
award
brain
shows
fucking
and shit,
washed.
but
brain fucking washed, huh?
Yeah, brain fucking washed.
Cool. How? By using represented?
Yeah.
All right.
First off, I don't even know if you know what it means.
wash your fucking
The way-
brain, bro.
The way you've been using it.
Representation?
It's the way you've been saying it.
Represented?
It doesn't make any sense. Well, I saw him represented on there.
Well,
No,
it's
you
like-
saw him on there. He's not
It's
represented
like
on
being
there.
presented, but again, like represented.
Thank you, Kevin. Nope. Anything Tim says right there, nope. When Tim starts giving off definitions, just have that ready.
Yeah. Nope. That works.
No, I can wow every now and then. I can surprise you.
Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago was the first one in the entire set of episodes. But it was good.
I
Because
got
I
my
was like, there
moments.
is no way he know. Holy shit, he used it right. He used the word right in a sentence. Woohoo! He didn't just say the word on its own. It was a full sentence.
Yeah, I know. I lost sleep over that.
But anyway, back to The Last of Us.
Yeah.
So,
Well, yeah,
was a good
the
episode.
pedophilia. Let's get back to that.
no, the reason that episode is so fucking good, it still shows that that like the biggest threat, I think, in
people.
some sort of post-apocalypse.
Haven't seen much of the
People.
mushroom people, have we?
No.
No.
Not much of them at all these last 2 episodes.
Well, and hey, I mean,
No, but they're also further and further away from where civilization is.
Yeah,
True.
yeah.
So that helps.
True.
That's
True.
the big thing.
Yeah.
No, wait. Actually, the last episode, there was a mushroom person.
Which one?
The girls.
Oh, yeah, when they got
Oh.
bit.
In the
Okay.
mall.
Yeah, in the game,
Yeah.
there's like 50 of them. Yeah, so they just... So it wasn't an outpost in the game, right? She was just like, I'd found them all. She didn't... And there were no working video games.
But there was electricity.
There was electricity because it was still hooked to the grid.
Okay.
So some of it worked, some of it didn't inside there. So like the carousel still broke down the way it did. They tried using I like it, this guy over here and his sounds. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that means he's listening.
I don't understand. It's fucking creepy to hear it right here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
I imagine that your girlfriend is or fiance or whatever she is.
His bedtime talk.
While you're doing your, she's just like, what the fuck are you doing?
Oh yeah,
Does she put on?
She'll look at me and just be like,
Does she put on earmuffs
You
and
sure?
then fucking like one of those sleep masks?
well, no, all she has to do is take her hearing aids out.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Does she do that
she's
before
got
that time?
power.
Does she do that before that time, or do you not notice? Are you
I
just?
usually don't notice.
Yeah, I was gonna say
But
you're.
the thing is, if she's doesn't want to talk to me or hear me, she just pulls those things out and she doesn't do shit.
See, this is why this show gets derailed so often.
That's just the
because of little things.
The idea of him
yeah.
having sexy time coming up, she just pops him out because she doesn't hear that. Yeah. Oh,
He's Lombard from fucking.
wow.
He's Lombard from fucking Office Space. Oh yeah, take it right there. Yeah.
Ooh.
No, I'm gonna
Oh,
need
yeah.
that TPS report. All right. Oh yeah, you're a
Starts
dirty
going-
bitch.
Starts going, yep. Yep. Yep.
Anyways, back to the way the game went. So, but in the mall on the episode before, it was a lot of very similar to the game. But again, it wasn't an outpost. But Riley thought that it was clear because she had been there once before. So
they did change some of the story aspects.
and
there.
the difference was they get into the a department store, kind of like a Macy's or Nordstrom's or whatever. And they have a water gun fight in there because that was like kind of the whole crux of the thing that her water guns Ellie's water guns got taken. Riley broke in and stole them.
Oh.
And that was like her big gift before she was leaving. And, so they had a water gun fight in there. And then after the water...
an innuendo type thing? Or
No.
Okay,
Because
so
they
it was
were
real-
getting wet.
It was real
Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, I was going to say.
Yeah.
The squirt
You're talking
gun
about
kind of-
14-year-old girls, Tib. Fucking creep. Anyway.
They showed it on TV?
Yeah. But I think both of those actresses are like 19.
So
I
then
don't
don't
know.
fucking come on me like
find
that,
out.
dude.
I've never come on you like that, Tim. Anyway, so
Not like
in
that. But
in there, they both kind of get up there and on the glass.
Born September 2003, Bella Ramsey.
Wow, what are you, Chinese?
19.
His R's are L's. Hello,
Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Beryl Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Yeah, it should have been the other way, but whatever.
19.
But they start dancing on the display boxes and shit, just like in the show, the game. That they start doing that, and Ellie's music is just being blasted, and that's what gets all the zombies to kind of wake up.
Blasted.
Yeah, blasted through the speakers.
She's standing there getting blasted, huh?
She's getting blasted, and
Wow,
you know.
shame. What kind of video game is this?
So they start chasing. It's called Sex with Hitler.
And it follows up. It follows up with pedophilia in the next episode.
You know they made a sequel to that.
What?
There's a Sex with Hitler 2 now.
Do you have it?
No, it's on Steam.
You
I
said
saw
you were
it on
going to
there.
buy the first
Of
one.
I know.
course
I
there
just
is.
never.
That's
You
gotta
have to
be a
buy
hit.
it.
Yeah.
I want to hear your dude. Fuck doing conspiracy theory on the next month. I want to hear your video game write-up review of it. Okay? The second one. Get the second one. Although you might want...
because that probably improved the game.
Well, no,
I mean,
He
you know?
comes in, his left arm's all swole.
Kevin,
Really good.
Kevin shows up. He's like, I don't understand the game, so I bought the first one. And boy, does it really lead you into the second one.
The story's really well written.
Kevin's like, I'm now a snappy dresser on the weekends. Like, what does that mean? You know, Hugo Boss. I wear a lot of that now. You don't know the reference, do you? Hugo Boss?
Doesn't he own Hugo Boss?
No, Hugo Boss made the
was-
Nazis' actual fucking uniforms.
Yeah.
IBM did their counting machines, I think, or their calculator type things.
Yeah, they did a lot of that.
Ford helped them out too. Ford was huge because, boy, that guy didn't like Jews.
Well, you got to make money off it somehow.
No,
dude.
he didn't like Jews. He was actually almost a
Yeah.
Nazi member.
Yeah,
Henry Ford.
Yeah.
Henry Ford was
Yeah, he
definitely
was
sympathetic to the
Very,
Nazis.
he actually, I think, was associated with a group in the U.S. that was a Nazi group, but they were too extreme for Hitler. And Hitler was like, "Nah, well, let's not associate with those guys."
Why were they diddling
I have
each other? or
no
something like
idea
that,
how
right?
it was that bad.
Well, they have
I
butt
was
fingers.
I was vaguely watching this thing, and so,
Well, that sounds interesting as fuck, though. I mean,
dude, it was
so
crazy.
something vaguely watched. I'd probably be pretty intent on seeing that. That's good education.
Yeah, but I don't know which one it was because I'll.
You don't want to look like a sympathizer, is what you're saying. It's like, oh, I wasn't really watching it. Just passed it in my browsing of other stuff like gay porn. I mean, normal porn and with girls with big boobs. Because, that's what I like. I got it, Shane.
I was looking for
That's a good
snappy
friend right
dressers.
there. Had your back.
And that's what I found.
Yeah, I got you, bud. I got you covered. Second episode, or the last episode, though, I liked the way the actor portrayed the main guy when he smacked that girl in he just slapped her in the face. I was shocked. I was like, what
Yeah.
the fuck was that about?
Yeah, out of nowhere.
And
the
no one
super
reacted
nice
to
guy.
it. Like, none of the people reacted to this preacher smacking her in the fucking face. But then at the very end, all the shit made sense prior to, like, when they bring up that plate of that bowl of chopped up meat.
Yeah.
And the lady stops and she looks at him and is like, it's venison.
Yeah.
It's long
Well,
pig.
what else would it be? What the fuck?
And
is
even
this?
the guy looks like he's not convinced himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I didn't even think about it. It didn't register until
Well, it
after
did
the
to me,
fact.
but that's because I played the game.
Yeah. Well,
So,
that's kind of the beauty of me not knowing the game and knowing the show.
yeah, I mean, you do get to see it through new eyes.
Yeah.
You know, Kevin got to see the mall part through new eyes.
yeah.
'Cause
And then he
that's
called
DLC,
and then he
right?
called it woke, and I'm like, it's almost exactly the same as the DLC.
Well,
I didn't call. Remember, I said
You
I
said it was super woke,
No,
and you're like, I hate.
No, I
Gay
didn't.
lesbians.
women. Yeah.
And I was like,
that's
Kevin,
not what I said.
lesbians
I
are
was the one
great.
saying that it wasn't woke because wokeness is an ideology, not just gay.
Yeah, that's true.
romances.
That's true.
Yeah,
You keep
the-
telling yourself that,
No,
Kevin,
I-
as
No,
you sneak away on your weekend
I've
trips.
seen the episode like 3 times now because I edited it.
Well, that's kind of the whole idea of wokeness and the gay ideology. There's this person I follow on TikTok who dresses up like a powdered wig, just uber gay guy, right? I fucking love his feed because he's just, you're gay. You're watching this right now. You're gay. It's not him hating or saying, I'm a man and you should respect for me who I am and these are my pronouns. He's not yelling at me and telling me to behave a certain way. He's just saying.
That's the thing that I
And
hate.
it references to what this other person said. The gays against grooming.
Yeah. Oh, I watched one at a school board.
Yeah, that guy's amazing.
That guy was great because first off, you don't know he's gay at all
Yeah.
when he starts talking. You just
Yeah.
think he's possibly maybe right wing guy, crazy
Yeah.
guy at first, but he starts talking more and more about the way that he's like, no, this is not good based on these things.
Right. Well, and that's kind of my point that I'm alluding
seen some of
to
those
with this
videos.
is that he's saying
I don't remember the guy's name though.
I don't remember his name either.
I like what he said in the school board meetings. Like, we've already won. Gays won.
Yeah.
We've got what we want.
Yeah.
But why are we continuing with this? Why are we making it more of a fight? Why are we making it more of an argument? Why
It's
are we
not
making?
necessary.
And this is my conspiracy theory, even though it is KKK today. I believe that the reason that they're doing all of this shit with the whole pronoun things in schools and they're doing like drag queen book readings and
That
all this
is
shit.
ideological.
I think, and this is just my theory, because of Jeffrey Epstein. They're trying to
The fuck are you talking about?
hear me out. They're trying to
I'm
trying to normalize.
baited, whatever.
They are trying to
Ears or something.
normalize.
I don't know.
They're trying to normalize pedophilia. They're trying to.
Well,
they're trying to translate sexuality into children.
Okay, so I agree that there is there are people that are trying to normalize that, but I wouldn't say all.
More right.
Of them.
I think that's the big push.
No.
I think, honestly,
I
that's
do
one
agree there
conspiracy.
is
Tim,
a
do you want to
push.
know what the real? I mean, the underlying reason for any of these fights like this is the fact that people need a fucking struggle.
Yeah.
Right?
That.
If they
I'm
win,
not arguing that.
If they
No, I believe
if a
that.
group wins and then they just, what do you do after
Well,
that?
that's kind of my other thing is like, what's their end game? What's their goal with the pronoun people, the alphabet people?
Do you want? It's
what's
I
their
don't-
perfect world look like?
First off, I don't believe it's the alphabet people that are doing this.
No, it's
Media?
They're being co-opted.
Well, yeah, okay. There is some media that is involved in that, but also there's a media element. But there is, like Shane's saying, they are being co-opted by a more radical thinking contingent of that group.
Didn't you wear that shirt last week?
I wore this shirt last week
Did I?
too, Shane. Thanks for noticing. Never mind.
Maybe I did.
I should have worn
Maybe
my
I
shirt
didn't.
from last week. Just been like, oh, it's a rerun. Well, let's not watch that.
But no, really, the whole Jeffrey Epstein thing.
I don't believe that.
There's a list
at all.
out there with a whole bunch of big names.
We've
rich
had this
people.
conversation
Well, I'm
before,
saying they're-
and I'm fine with it.
This was going
We've
on
had it.
before Epstein was
Yes.
arrested and all that stuff.
No.
So-
Actually, you know where I think it actually all came from? This is my theory. My theory is the Impossible Burger, right?
Oh, when they started making like
Yep.
vegetable burgers.
So they started making the
At Burger
Impossible
King?
Burger. Yeah, they started making the Impossible Burger, and people went, wait a minute, that's not a burger, but they're still calling it a burger. I have an idea. That's where it came from. Do you not see that?
Impossible Burger sucks.
I see where you're going, Shane.
You know,
It's totally the burgers
It's about having sex with children.
that's not what I said.
and the burgers.
I get you.
How many burgers did you fuck? What the hell is going on, Tim?
None, because they're impossible.
Tim's like, this thing's impossible to fit right up my asshole.
It's really that impossible.
No, I think it all came from that. I think.
No,
I do. I think it came from
Something
that.
could be
It
something
all
it's
came
not.
from the
Yeah.
vegans.
It could be whatever
it's
it
not
wants to be.
You're not getting the point. The point is that it's something being said that it's not, presenting itself as something else.
Sure, sure.
And then because the Impossible Burger did it, they were like, let's start a movement over here that's very similar to this Impossible Burger.
The only reason it's in schools is because it's easier to indoctrinate.
No, I think it's...
Yeah, that's about indoctrinating the.
I think
new
what it is,
generation.
it's 100% just a Marxist movements.
And then the ideas of teachers really wanting to push their parents out, push the parents out of the teaching.
That is one of the tenets of Marxism.
What's the name of that dude that I think we did a little bit of his stuff on here, the ex-KGB guy?
Oh, Yuri Bezmenov.
Yuri Bezmenov.
He talked about
Bezmenov.
the subversion of
yeah.
a
So
society.
we watched that, and that's what this is.
That's literally what this is.
This is 100% what it is.
It's just been tailored for America.
And the thing is, because
in the West.
America has been very resilient to it, because they started this shit in the 60s or even 50s, right? And they figured, 30 years, and then that's when the fall comes. Unfortunately for them, 50s to about 60s to the early 90s, actually the Soviet Union ended up falling.
Yeah.
And not us. We made it through it, and then now it's being ramped up.
But you know what? This is okay. So I actually recently read some of a book about some of this stuff recently by James Lindsay. You ever heard of James Lindsay?
I know James Lindsay.
Okay, well,
he did a great thing about making fake stuff.
Yes, him and Peter
Dude,
Boghossian.
James Lindsay's awesome.
Fake. They did fake peer-reviewed papers.
Yes,
and
they had
sent
one
them
about
in to-
dog rape at dog parks.
Yeah.
and it got peer-reviewed.
It got peer-reviewed
and published.
and I think
And
one of them got an
and
award.
that male dogs were terrible.
Yeah,
that this translated to males and humans or some shit like that. It was the way
it's so
Just
funny.
some female
Yeah.
dog owner going, totally.
Yeah.
These monsters.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So
I've been
the-
to dog
basically
parks, and
like
I've
the-
met the type.
But basically, like the male species of everything is the absolute trash.
Yeah.
Got to get rid of them.
So essentially,
but that was one of them.
So essentially,
they did. I think 27 papers that got published.
Yes, and they got published. Yeah, it was insane. Like one of them, they just took Mein Kampf and they changed some of the words in there, and it was published.
Because it was brilliant. I mean,
But what did they change it to?
They changed like the
I think it
word
was misogyny
Jews.
or something like
yeah,
that.
they changed the Jew words to like a different word. I think it was
What
misogyny
was
or
it?
something like that.
See what it was.
it was misogyny. I already know that.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
You don't know. You don't even know who James Lindsay is. We just made this up.
Yeah, it's the guy that
We made this up. It's all fake.
He's a fisherman that goes to other countries and shit like that, and he tries to catch big fish, and he's got a British accent.
The Gorton's fisherman.
No, the guy is James Fisher, Lindsay. Man,
What?
James Lindsay man for sure.
Is this your white whale? The show?
White whale.
Still trying to catch it?
No, I caught my white whale a long time ago, buddy.
Was that AIDS?
Okay,
we all
yeah,
have
here it
it
is.
now.
Duped article, rewrite of Mein Kampf.
I like how Mein Kampf is now going to be on here.
So they changed stuff to
Yeah, that's
more
what it was.
feminist stuff.
I knew it was something like that
yeah.
that had to do with like misogyny or within that realm.
That's what I
Yes.
fucking said.
It's
Shane.
not misogyny
well,
though.
not
It's a feminist
exactly
manifesto.
misogyny.
All right.
So one
So
of
it's
the
a little
papers-
different than misogyny.
So one of the papers, the paper they're talking about, they called it, because Mein Kampf means my struggle in English, and what they called it was our struggle is my struggle. Solidarity feminism as an intersectional reply to neoliberal choice.
I love how they didn't actually like change the name at all.
No, they really didn't.
You know,
They basically, okay, so it wasn't just, they changed some things to like grievance studies. They kind of
you know,
altered those things.
You know who Christina P is? Tom
Yeah,
Segura's
yeah,
wife.
uh-huh.
She was joking for the longest time that she was going to call her special "My Struggle." You know,
She should.
Tom just kept looking at her like, "What? What the? No, you can't do that."
That is fucking hilarious.
She's like, "Why not? What's wrong with that?"
Yeah,
It's my struggle.
It's my struggle.
That's what's important about what's.
But so James Lindsay writes in there that basically what these Marxists did early on
That's
is
the title of the show.
they
My
they
struggle?
well they brought in a bunch
That's
of
the title. Put it
Marxist
down. My struggle.
But yeah, there we go.
we're stealing that.
Like something got stolen from me.
Yeah. So so what they did was they brought like a bunch of Marxist teachers into the system, into the education system, and they got them trained as teachers, and then they had them essentially indoctrinate other teachers, so on and so forth.
Well, they've been doing it in the universities for like since the 60s
It's been
or
going
70s.
on a
those
long
those
time.
that stand up
Yeah.
against it get kicked
Yeah,
out.
you get axed.
It was
that
a
Canadian guy.
conscious
Like the guy
effort
that
by
just got axed,
Marxists.
he was
Yeah.
standing up against it by wearing tits.
No, that was different.
That wasn't different.
No,
That
I know
guy
what you're
was
talking about.
actually standing up against the
With
nonsense.
the gigantic tits.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the huge.
He got fired
He
because
got
they
caught.
they found out that he never did that anywhere else except the school.
Except the school,
Yeah.
yeah. He was doing it to make a point.
Yes.
Oh, is that what they
That's why
finally
they fired
figured
him.
out?
Yes. And then they're like, "Peace out,
Oh, I
dude."
totally thought he was doing that for real.
No. He
There
was
was- so
trying
this
to
is-
show the absurdity
This
of
is
it.
the funny thing is like I don't know, 3 or 4 weeks before he got fired, it started like rumors started coming out that he'd just been doing this to prove a point. Like there were rumors,
Yeah,
and but nothing
I thought that he was a
concrete.
crazy fucking pedo.
No.
Oh, he was doing. Oh, well, that makes more fucking sense.
Yeah.
I appreciate that a
So-
lot more than
And that's
the,
here
than
in
the
what,
latter.
Washington?
No, that was in Canada.
It was in Canada.
That one was in
Yeah,
Canada?
it was in Canada.
Okay.
Somewhere
Yeah.
in Canada. I don't know exactly where.
Oh, here's another thing too that's weird that just came out recently. Now they're saying in the mainstream media that it's probably a lab leak.
I know. They're just
The
now
thing
coming
that would
around
get
to
you
it.
banned from fucking like Twitter, YouTube,
Called everybody like
Facebook.
alt-right,
Oh,
conspiracy
yeah,
theorists, all this
and
shit.
See, last I heard, and this was just today because they're still having those meetings in Congress. Something like, maybe it wasn't. So someone raised up a stink about it.
Yeah, it's probably Fauci because his name's all over all.
No,
well,
of it.
no,
he's
and
retired.
they proved with
It doesn't
documents.
matter. You can still get fucking a lot of
They
jail
proved-
time at the end.
Yeah, they proved with documents that Dr. Fauci went out of his way to try to silence people.
Yeah, he
that
talked
were-
to local to his colleagues. He's like, let's not bring the whole lab.
Yeah,
leak
no,
in.
but
Let's-
there's like
Or
emails
no,
they found. of
they
him
yeah, they
and other
found that
guys
he
trying
was
to-
immediately trying to debunk it
Yep.
with everything that they had, without just trying to find the evidence which way it went.
Yep.
Just automatic. No, we need to debunk this.
Yep. How do we make this thing disappear?
Yep.
exactly what he did.
Senator, you do not know what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that fucking guy.
I like how it was like almost JFK for a second.
It was kind of almost.
At the end, it came around.
Yeah.
But right at the beginning,
chowder. Say chowder.
that's where it was going at the very beginning. I was like, Who's he doing?
Today,
Senator.
at this date and time.
Dude, so
I don't care what you say.
is it weird though that on YouTube I've been watching a lot of stuff about like the cartel. I've been finding
Is it reference to those people getting kidnapped and killed?
well, no, I was watching shit before that, but yeah, that was crazy. But I found this dude. God, what is his name? He's a stand-up comedian, but he started his own podcast and talked about because
Well, it's like 90% of them, dude.
I know he
Yeah,
went.
yeah,
He
they
ended
have
up.
a lot.
He ended up going to prison for I don't know if it was money laundering or whatever. But he made over $1 million running drugs, not for the Sinaloa cartel, because they offered to front him, and he was like, "Nah, I can't get in your pocket." He's like, "I'll just pay for it every time." So we're not really associated. I mean, we're associated, but we're not.
You're not.
I'm
getting
I
into
don't work
debt
for
to
you
them or anything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because once you get in their debt, that's
you're,
it.
You're stuck. Yeah.
And but the weird part is, while I was watching this, I was like, "Wow, is YouTube racist?" Because on comes an ad for a riding lawnmower when talking about Mexicans, and I'm like, "What the fuck is going on, YouTube? What's next? The leaf blower?
Yes.
What are we gonna do?" Yeah, that's exactly what I just thought it was kind of funny that I'm like, "Why is the fucking riding lawnmower thing coming on right now?" I was like, and they're like, "No, well, YouTube's algorithm is like brown lawnmower."
Well, those 4 people that got quote unquote kidnapped are caught in the middle of a cartel war. 2 of them died. 2 of them.
Ugh.
Yeah, they
killed.
got
One
all
wounded,
bodies back.
But they were there for some sort of cosmetic surgery or something like that.
Yes,
is
they
what
were
decided to
doing
do.
what's called what is that? Something tourist.
Yeah, cosmetic
Oh,
tourist.
what?
something
like
tourism.
elective tourism or something like that. I don't remember what the name of it is. It's something along those lines, but medical tourism.
But yeah, medical.
So they were
tourism.
going over there to get cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
whatever.
a lot of people will go and do like tit jobs. They'll do
Yeah.
like
Liposuction is
liposuction,
a big one.
butt implants.
Even just medicine in general, like
New kidneys.
some of it, but it's not as much of that. Because you're not going to go to Mexico to get your liver transplant.
No, but you will go to China or
I'm
Thailand. or
saying
something
liver
like
for
that.
you.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
No, because that's my plan. I was going to that same area. I mean,
Now you're like, oh shit! Now I have to second guess this. Maybe
I'd
I'll
say-
just get my tit
yeah.
job done then.
I would say
While
Thailand.
I'm there.
Thailand's a better place to get a liver.
Yeah, and
might be able to find a wife there too.
yep,
Reasonably tried.
a wife.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure, it'll be a wife.
Maybe a lady
It's
boy
Thailand.
wife.
Yeah.
They're small enough; it doesn't bother me.
Tim's like, that doesn't even hurt.
Is it in or?
Keep going, dude. I should start playing Counter Strike again.
I know it's a great game.
That just reminds
great
me.
It
I
was
gotta
very
play it.
nostalgic, wasn't it?
Yeah, one of my favorite games.
Where are we at, though? I'm still super excited about what's coming up.
We're half
I
in.
want to know the
Half in.
KKK because we're going to interrupt the shit out of this. We're not even going to get through it
No, that's true.
like we ever do.
It takes 45 minutes to do a 4-minute story when Kevin starts
I know.
talking.
That's what I mean, man.
This is why I say I was going to fall asleep when he was talking earlier.
Kevin,
That's true.
conspiracy.
You want to do that right now?
I mean, we
You wanna
can
just
do that
do-
right now.
How
Is
far
it-
are we in?
We're half in.
Half in?
Yeah, we don't want to go over too much.
Yeah, I
Just the
don't-
tip,
okay.
Kevin. We're just
Well,
the tip.
I mean, I don't know if this is going to fill the whole time, so maybe.
Oh, it
not.
will, Kevin. Trust.
Yeah, okay.
We're going to make it feel more.
Whatever
than
you guys
that.
want to do. If you guys want to start it now, we can start it.
I don't know. It's up to you.
I say fucking start it now, dude.
Okie dokie. Conspiracy Corner.
Yeah.
I guess Breaking
Oh
Bad
no,
works?
no, it's got to be. It's unsolved mysteries. That sounds.
Oh,
what we
dude,
need,
I don't
dude.
have unsolved. I
We
gotta
need
find
that
unsolved
sound,
mysteries.
dude.
I know. If you could only type it into the search
Oh,
bar.
that'd be good. That'd be good.
See if it will. See if you can find it. If you can find
That
it,
was
maybe.
Maybe. I need to hear this. I need to hear this.
I haven't heard this
Dude,
song.
that was one of my favorite shows when I was a
it
kid.
freaked you out
They
as a
don't
kid,
have
dude. You
it.
get so fucking nervous. It's like, oh, here we go.
Dude, well, you
I
remember
could be one of those.
What was the
missing
dude's
kids.
name? What was the dude's name? In
Robert
Unsolved?
Stack.
Yeah,
Robert Stack.
Yeah.
Robert Stack.
He used
guy
to
was
scare
fucking
me when I was a
great.
kid.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Like,
saying.
he
Dude was
creeped me
creepy
out.
as
Well,
fuck.
yeah.
Because when he did his acting and stuff, I mean, he was always kind of that character. Not
No, he was in a comedy.
was he?
Yeah, I think
don't
he did
remember
one
it
of the
in any
Naked
comedy.
Guns. I think he did either one of the Naked Guns or Hot Shots. I think it was either one of the Hot Shots or the Naked Guns.
I still think it's funny that O.J. Simpson from all the Naked Guns. They were originally going to use him in the Terminator, but they were like, "Yeah, we can't see him being a murderer."
he's too nice a guy. He is though. He's a nice
Let's
guy.
see. Here it is.
Dude, follow his Twitter. Kevin's Conspiracy Corner.
All right, that's
the
about all.
fuck just happened?
I don't know, man. It worked out pretty
That's
well.
all
You
we
don't
get.
need to play the whole
There we
goddamn
go.
fucking
I just
intro.
want you to hear the tune.
Just that part.
The
right
intro's
there.
like 4 minutes long.
That was the movie that he was in Airplane.
That's
that
all I
was
wanted to hear.
Fucking hilarious, dude.
Oh, Airplane's
yeah, no, he was great in
yeah, he was.
Airplane.
Yeah, he was one of the tower people. It was fucking amazing. Oh, I forgot all about that. That's what I was referencing.
That was my favorite scene in it.
Oh shit!
I
Yeah,
know.
when he had that thing.
Oh, fuck off. Fucking bastard.
It's never gonna
Got
get
him.
old. Never gonna get old.
Swing.
Son of a bitch.
The fact that this works every time.
It didn't work this last time.
60% of the time, it works every time. What was that? Something Tiger?
It was
Panther.
Panther.
Tiger was it?
Panther.
Panther.
Oh, that's
Sex
right.
Panther.
Sex Panther.
That's what it was.
Little bits
yeah.
of Panther. Real Panther.
Fuck you.
Okay. So tonight's conspiracy corner, we're going to be
Kevin's
covering
Conspiracy Corner. And
Kevin's
you spell them all as
Conspiracy
K's
Corner.
because it reminds you of better times.
Purer
You're a
times.
motherfucker. So
Cleaner times.
tonight we're going to be talking about the mystery of Ong's hat.
Why are you not going to do the one that I've asked you to do for like 6 months?
Because you're asking me to do it.
You're such a cunt about it, dude.
You wanted to do the Federal Reserve.
No, the Titanic
Oh.
and fucking
Okay.
J.P. Morgan.
Okay.
Well, we're doing
We will-
On's hat
okay.
tonight, dude.
Hey,
Don't fucking.
okay, we
don't
will do
set
that
up
one.
and
We will do that one
shoot it down.
next time. Okay.
Fuck him.
Hey, no.
Oh,
Hey.
fuck you.
I've
I
asked
don't
him
want to hear
for-
On's
okay.
hat.
Fucking ever.
I'll make you a promise right
That's
now.
the
We
guy
will
from
do it next
Avatar, isn't
Conspiracy
it?
Corner.
What?
On from Avatar.
Ong's hat.
All right. No,
Go
go ahead,
I
Kevin.
thought you were
Arrow on
thinking
his
of
head?
Ang Lee, the guy that made that Hulk movie. So Ong's hat.
I like how you guys just confuse all Asians.
They all look the same.
Wow, dude.
They all sound the same.
No, they don't.
I know Jackie Chan's face.
I
pretty
got
well.
you. I got you. You can't say anything back.
It's true.
Fuck you, Tim.
I know the difference between Japanese, Chinese, and Korean.
It's the only ones you need.
There's Chin,
To know.
Chen, and Chun.
Whoa.
Wow. Oh. Okay.
Well, that's true.
Okay.
That's family names.
I guess.
Nice. Well put. Well put, Shane.
That was my
So,
rebuttal.
Ong's hat, is that
So-
Chinese, Japanese teachers, preachers?
No, actually, it is based on a man's name. So Ong, his
Well,
name
yeah.
is Jacob Ong.
Traditionally, men wear the hats.
Yes, and back in this time, he was around the 1800s.
And
this
pants.
guy. So Ong's hat
That's
is
true.
actually a place in the New Jersey Pine Barrens. It used to be a little village.
Well, that's fucking stupid. We're not in Asia right now. We're in America.
We're not in Asia. We're not in Asia, and he was
Who
not
the
Asian.
fuck has a name Ong? and
I
lives
guess it
in-
was more
in
common
Jersey?
back in the old days.
Yeah, fuck
But-
you, eh?
Yeah,
What's going on?
I have no. Yeah,
What if-
he was. He was.
What if it was Donkey Ong?
Well,
Well,
that
I
wouldn't
mean,
be Jersey.
I'm sure
That'd be.
I mean-
Carolinas.
I mean, technically, it's Japanese
people
too. but-
fucking rode donkeys back then, so he might have had one. You know,
No,
That
but
might be
Donkey
pretty
Kong
close.
wasn't a donkey.
That's true.
You're confusing the whole thing.
I guess I am.
Why would he have?
Barrels.
Why would he have a name Donkey if he is?
What were you gonna say?
I
he's
think
a-
I
What
know
the fuck, dude?
If he's a gorilla, why would they name him Donkey?
Where you were gonna go is no man has
Where
gone
were you
before.
Where were you
What
gonna
are you
go?
talking about? Where are you gonna go? I was gonna say gorilla.
The
or
long
I wanted to
pause-
say Kong, but then
the
that doesn't
lo-
make sense. But Kong was a giant gorilla, so
The long pause that you had,
you saw gears turning, and you thought you
I was like,
saw.
oh no,
Hey,
no,
Here
Tim.
comes our cancellation.
Yep.
Oh yeah, well that'll happen.
Tim's like, well, this is this is the end. It's the end. It's racist.
It's over. We
So
had
this
just-
guy's
just
in
begun.
Jersey Shore, right? He's with the,
Yeah, the Jersey Shore.
those tan folk and all that.
With
weird
the
hair, shit
situation
like
and
that.
Snooki.
what's her name?
Yeah.
Snooki. This was a little village in the Pine Barrens of New Jersey, which is a big national forest.
All right.
And So back then, Jacob Ong. The reason why
when
it's
you
called
say then, what, like 40s?
1800s.
Oh, wow.
It was like
Back
late
then.
1800s.
Wait,
So-
is this one going to go all over the place like last time?
No,
where you
no,
started
no,
in
no, no.
I hope so.
1930?
That was
The
a
only
journey.
Then you go back into
No, no, no.
1847.
No,
then
no,
you go
no.
forward into 1973.
No.
And then you're like,
When
it's in
Christ
Canada.
was when Christ was
So-
in the Americas.
Yes. So the only reason why I'm going back to this time is just to explain why it's called, the place is called Ong's Hat.
All right, gotcha.
And it's because this guy Jacob Ong used to live there, and he
lost his hat.
Yeah,
End of story.
he was a pimp. You know, he went around hitting on the ladies, hooking up with different girls, and he was at a dance. And his hat, the silk, really nice hat. This one of those. It was the time when they had top hats and stuff. You know.
Yeah.
If you're just ad-libbing this is great. If you're not, I don't even know you.
So anyway, so he's at a dance and he's schmoozing with some other girl. And
this
one
is
of
the
his
story.
this is the story.
What the fuck?
And one of his other girlfriends
lost the hat.
shows up and pulls his hat off and sees this.
There's a
gets
giant
pissed.
penis on his head.
His head comes with it.
He's a
Well,
cone head.
He was a cone head, I'm
Yeah.
sure. He was tall, skinny, lanky.
It was
you know,
Dan
he had a very
Aykroyd the whole
long
time.
face. And but yeah, so she takes his hat off, stomps it on the ground, and he gets pissed off, and he picks the hat up, runs outside, and throws it into a tree. And because he's not.
Well, that'll
going
show her.
Like
Yeah,
Kung
exactly.
Lao, fucking just chops the tree in half,
the hat
comes back.
the hat stayed
spins
up
it into the
there
ground.
for decades, and so it became kind of a marker for the location. So when people came looking for this village, they would look for Ong's hat to know if they were in the right area.
Man,
Just
so this
hanging
was
up
the
in the
start of
tree.
the whole tennis shoes on power
This
lines.
is the early days of that.
I'm still
yes.
trying to figure out how he showed her by throwing his hat into a fucking
You know,
tree.
it was
Because
people
it's
had different-
disrespectful.
Yeah.
You can't see my fucking head. Fuck you, cunt.
So he throws his
Yes.
hat on the
Yeah.
fucking tree.
Yeah. That'll show her.
Yeah.
You don't get it?
Yeah.
Well, she
that's the
stomped
wrong
his
guy.
Yeah,
hat.
you're
and so
talking
I guess he didn't want to put it
1930s.
back on or something. He was.
Yeah, see?
He could have watched it. But whatever. Anyway,
Well,
so
how do you know?
It would have made more sense if
What
she
his
stomped
hat-
on it and threw his hat up
well,
there.
it is the Pine Barren, so I don't know if there's water like.
But what if
banks
his
around
hat
or anything.
also was like one of those hats that had very structural pieces in it, and she stomped on
And
it,
she
and
broke
now
it?
it's ruined?
That could be possible. I mean,
You don't know his fucking style.
I
Or his
don't.
hat,
It was
apparently.
a top hat.
Kevin,
And apparently
do
a
some
very
fucking
amazing one.
research.
It could have been. It could have been velvet
Christ.
too. I don't know if it was silk. It could have been velvet.
They didn't specify,
Could have
Shane.
been beaver hide for all we knew. I mean, it was back in
been.
the 1800s.
Yeah. Top hat.
Rat
you know.
fur
Think
or something
like
like that.
Abe's, Honest Abe's hat, like one of those.
Oh,
big,
that was
big,
definitely
tall
made of
ones.
rat fur.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
A lot of people didn't know that, but Abe's hat is rat fur.
Well, it's a common thing.
He also
used for
used-
It would have
Uh,
saved his life too, but
actually
he
used
took it off in
slave
size.
scalps too, as I understood it.
Wow, slave scalp hat.
Yep. Rats and slave scalps.
Is it a dream of yours?
That's what he did.
Oh,
Just yeah.
It was a different time, they say. You know, that's
it was back in Chicago when it was okay.
Yeah, back when they allowed it.
Chicago. So anyway, this place with where Ong's hat was in this tree, it became a little village, and
So they built a
after-
village around his fucking hat.
Yeah,
That is actually squirrels built a village.
yes.
They lived in his hat, and they called it Ong's hat.
So eventually,
You know, it's
so
his hat.
eventually everybody moved out of this place because
You fucking
it was
weak.
in the middle of fucking the goddamn woods.
What's the conspiracy?
I'm getting to that.
He has a hat. Who gives a
No,
shit?
no, that's all that has anything.
I
to do
still
with,
don't
I'm
think
telling
he
you
threw it
why
in there
they
himself.
Call it Ong's
You know
hat.
what?
The
I don't even.
fucking area.
I bet you anything. This is bullshit. This sounds bullshit.
He wouldn't throw his own hat
No.
in the fucking tree.
Well, it is
My
a
thing is-
conspiracy.
Probably.
It is a conspiracy.
Never happened.
Shane.
And I'm betting he murdered that bitch.
That's what I'm guessing. She's like,
I mean,
you,
they
you
did have-
fuck up my hat. I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw my hat in the
He
tree.
threw-
They had guns back then.
He threw her head up in that tree. Is that's what they're looking for?
I'm still saying that
That's
he is the inspiration for Kung Lao. Chopped her in half and then fucking tossed his hat to get rid of the murder.
Kung Lao. Yeah.
Ong's Ong Lao.
Ong's
Ong Lao's
balls.
hat.
Yep.
That's it. I found the mystery.
Well done,
There it is.
Shane.
We've cracked the code.
That's going to be in Mortal Kombat 12, actually.
Yeah.
The origin of Ong's hat.
Ong's hat. So anyway, so basically this village falls apart. People move away because it's in the middle of fucking nowhere, and you know,
What are you gonna do in
industry
the middle of
dies
nowhere?
out.
Yeah,
All this
yeah,
other
sure.
shit. So eventually, all that's left is one shack
And a hat.
And apparently that shack is still there today.
Okay.
And
Apparently, or is.
apparently,
What?
I haven't.
What does that
been
mean?
there. I've seen photos of the shack. I don't know if it's still there today, but it was there a few years ago.
Is this the origins of Shaquille O'Neal?
I mean, everyone's got to come from somewhere, Shane.
I come from my penis, Kevin.
From yours?
No, that's where I come from.
Oh, I get that. I was gonna say, what is this, like some looper shit? You were your
Yes.
own dad?
I jerk off and I shoot a new me out. That's how I replenish myself.
Oh, that's actually kind of cool. I gotta be honest. I'm a little jealous.
Yeah, no, I've got a power.
So you're immortal, technically.
I'm looking up the shack. There's no shack. There's a street.
Ong's hat. Just
Look up
hat
Ong's
and
Palace.
Look up the shack. Is there? I don't know if it's still there. Like I said, it was there at one point.
I'm gonna look up something too.
So anyway,
Kevin is full of shit. Let's see if that comes up with anything.
1830s. Okay, yeah, I'm with you. I'm with you. Keep going, Kevin. Keep going.
so
There's the shack.
basically, eventually, these Moorish Orthodox, it's called the Moorish Orthodox Church of America. They were founded in the 1950s by a group of white jazz musicians and poets who are formerly members of the Newark-founded Moorish Science Temple. They're basically it's pretty much a cult. So they end up going there and setting up a little like commune, and living
So
there.
they're communists.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, it's a commune. That's
Where the
technically
commune comes from.
well, yeah.
Communism comes from a commune.
Yeah. Communists.
Brilliant, Shane. You just cracked the fucking code,
Dude, that
You
is
just cracked the fucking
that's what we've been missing
code.
all this time.
When
Wokeness is
I
going
watched the
down.
Da Vinci Code, I knew what was going to happen.
You knew exactly.
I knew it.
Exactly.
You didn't need the haircut. You just knew what was going to happen.
Didn't need any of
I
it.
got you, bud.
I just watched the whole time flagellating myself.
Profusely.
Yeah. All over the place.
So basically, one of these guys, his name is Wally Fard.
Jeez, these names.
Fard.
Jesus,
Yeah,
fuck, dude.
that's a fucking unfortunate last name.
So is McNichols.
Not nearly as bad as Fard.
It gets the
Nick
job
Nichols
done.
got a Scottish feel to it.
It
you
is
know?
Scottish.
Let's get a gay feel to it.
Used to be Mac Nickel
That's
before
what
we
I'm saying,
came
dude.
to
That sounds fucking-
America.
And before that, it was mac and cheese.
Yeah.
Just
well,
saying.
again,
Got a good solid
these
Scottish
things got to
feel.
come from somewhere,
I'm envious.
So basically, this guy, and eventually, this guy, Fard, in 1978, he ends up buying 200 acres in this area, including this spot,
But why?
because he ends up setting up a new group
Observatory.
called the Moorish Science Ashram, which is
Ashram?
Yes, Ashram.
Oh, back when they were doing like fucking
Like the-
dichotomy and bullshit like that.
yeah,
in
and
the
like
50s, dude.
like Hare Krishna kind of shit,
Yeah. Fucking dumb.
Dude, that's a better conspiracy already.
Yeah.
The one that happened in Oregon.
What?
Where they
Stop
that
derailing
fucking-
the conspiracy
I don't know
to
what the
another.
fuck
That's
that
the
is.
point of Conspiracy
no,
Corner.
We're not getting
So,
into other
okay.
conspiracies. We're
So
gonna stay
anyway-
on
You
this.
don't remember, do you
We're
remember that
bagging
one,
on
though?
this one. Now
No.
we're bagging on another
The one where they bought an entire fucking town in Oregon and then like fought the law with their guns and shit?
Nope.
Oh, that one's fucking
I'll have to look that one
interesting.
up.
This was a fever dream, Shane.
No, it really
so,
happened.
So
it's
anyway,
on Netflix.
this group of people he brings
Netflix, huh?
in, it's a group of runaway boys.
Well, it really happened,
Oh,
And
this
two-
ought to perk Tim's
and-
ears
yeah,
up.
Yeah.
Wait,
and-
what'd you say,
and
young boys?
It's a bunch of runaway
butt boys?
and two lesbian anarchists. Two lesbian. That's very specific.
Isn't that redundant though?
They're just
Lesbian anarchists.
yeah, it's a bit of it.
Couldn't you just say one or the other and you'd be like, oh,
I'm not saying these people were fucking rocket science.
Redundant.
yeah,
yeah.
That's you don't need both those words there.
So basically,
Also security. Still wants to fuck with a lesbian anarchist in their fucking plaid vests.
well, Wally
It's
Fard.
like, oh shit.
Plaid tactical vest.
Oh man. And their fucking butch haircuts.
They all look like the brawny man.
You don't belong here, boy. I was like, you're right. I don't belong here. I'm leaving. Thank you. Just
Thank you, sir. Not sir. It's ma'am. I'm like, Jesus.
The
Sorry,
lesbian
fuck.
anarchists get there and they see the runaway boys. They're like, I don't think we're in the right place.
oh no, you're in the right place.
I mean,
something to even things out.
probably
a
the same
little
haircuts.
bit. Actually, probably pretty
That's
close.
what I'm saying. It's like, they fit right in.
Yeah.
They've all
I mean,
just cut bowl cuts.
They're the bigger ones of the group, though. That's just it. Like,
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying they're security. They're running security on the whole
Yeah.
fucking place.
So Fard, he publishes this series of Xerox letters that he passes around in the.
Are we still in the
local area.
No,
1800s?
he's
No, we're in
leafletting.
the 70s
He's
now.
leafletting. No,
Yeah, he's
passing-
leafletting. He basically in these.
Have you ever seen bloodletting?
Yes,
That is fucking weird.
No.
I've seen how.
Have you
it's
seen
done.
it?
I
movie?
still I do
No,
it every-
bloodletting.
No, I do it every
Oh,
now and then.
the actual blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For some reason, that's okay to post on Instagram in Reels. I watched some dude. He's got his head like this, and somebody just jabs like a fucking a nail into the side of his head, and just.
Is that the sound it made?
Yeah, it was that.
Wow.
It sounded like static on the TV.
Wow.
So wait, the guy like.
It was for a headache. Guy had a headache, so let's fucking drain his
Well, I
brain
know
full
they
of
did that
blood.
way back in the day.
Well, he
thinking that
needed,
it
he
worked.
needed an ear wound or something like that.
No, they had to get oh fuck, something.
A brain
All right,
nail.
let's go.
Okay. So anyway, he passes these out to local like villages and towns and things like that.
There's
And
villages
what
in the
these-
50s?
This is the 70s, 1970s.
There were villages in the
Towns.
70s?
There's,
Towns.
there's villages in the 70s?
Well, they have a village. It's like a little commune. So I guess they did exist.
Villages were like
I don't know, man.
1900s,
You know, and then like
dude.
what?
Villages sound like
70s?
they've got like roofs made of hay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. A village is like
Okay,
a guy
a modern
hucking
village.
barley and shit.
That's
like
not
that.
the modern. Just call it a town.
I did a town.
They're wearing like
Or a
We're
town-
arguing about
or
villages.
or
skirts
slightly
down to their ankles and shit like that.
Slightly smaller than a town.
That
A
doesn't seem
township.
a township.
Yeah,
or
villages
a
just
hamlet?
doesn't work.
Hamlet.
No,
that's
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 cobblestone
European.
walkways.
That's
That doesn't work
European.
either.
You're right,
Yeah,
that is
stop,
European,
Stop
yeah.
doing that.
That sounds like it should have hedgerows.
Not in the Americas, buddy.
No, I agree there.
Let's
I
just
agree.
say that. Not in the Americas. There's no
Yes.
villages
Yes.
in the
So
70s.
this is in New Jersey, so obviously
There's
it's
the
a
village
township.
Yeah.
Yes.
Township.
So he passes these things around with his beliefs in him, and eventually attracts more people.
Oh, he's David Koresh.
Essentially, he's a kind of David Koresh kind of guy.
Wouldn't it be great if he
or
was
a Jim
David
Jones
Blaine?
kind of guy.
He's like, I'm gonna sit in this block of ice. Come check it out. I'm leafletting.
Yeah. So
No fucking way. I'm going, dude. No fucking way.
This guy says he's gonna sit in a block of ice for 45 hours.
Where's the white
This guy's
section?
full of shit.
Wow.
No way.
So
He's gonna get in a hot air balloon and float around a bit.
around the world in 80 days. So
That'd get
out of
me.
these
That
out
would
of these
get me.
people that
I would show up. I'm like, well, I gotta fucking see this.
Yeah. I mean, what else are you gonna do in the 70s?
I got a leaflet on my front porch in my village, on papyrus and fucking scribed with charcoal.
Yeah.
Oh
I
shit! This
pulled
is
it
gonna
out
be
of
good.
one of those fucking codexes.
Yep. This is gonna be good.
So, two of the people that show up there is Frank and Althea Dobbs, who just happen to be scientists. And
I like how they just happen
Oh,
to
is
be.
this the birth of Scientology?
no,
No,
that's
'cause that would be
L. Ron Hubbard.
L. Ron Hubbard.
And that happened
totally
on
different
a big
guy.
boat
Who
with a
knows?
bunch of.
I don't know.
I mean, it did have a bunch of boys on it, but it was on a big boat.
Oh, Kevin,
That was.
Tim, you'd be interested in that.
I'm interested.
Boys
already.
on a boat.
I'm interested in the boys in the village, and I'm the village people, and the boys in the boat. Too.
That makes sense. What if this was the start of the village people?
That's what I'm saying. I just alluded to that as well.
Holy shit! You're like,
is
and the
where-
first YMCA ever.
This is where they wrote
Was in
their
this
famous
township.
song.
Guy's
Yes.
got an Indian headdress. There's another leather vest.
Yeah, how come they don't get fucking yelled at for
Some
appropriation?
sailor shows up. It's like, oh shit, because they all got leafleted that day.
That guy's not a sailor. Not back then. They'd have been like, I'm sorry, man.
That's cultural appropriation.
You can't-
Right there.
look,
I'm
when-
sorry. You
when-
didn't sail the seven
When you're,
seas.
when you're working on the engine, you can't dance on the poles. Get the fuck out of here, bud.
Who was the last guy? Was a
Construction
construction
guy?
worker. it's
Yeah.
a construction guy. That's
Construction
the
guy.
hard hat.
The black guy was the police officer, right?
No, the white guy with the mustache and the
Okay.
Indian.
Who was the
Oh
black
yeah,
guy?
he was the police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Black
yeah.
guy was the.
Black guy might have been the Native. No,
I
the
thi-
white guy
no.
was the Native American.
That makes sense. He's like, look.
Was there
Not
a black
only did
guy?
we-
No, was there a black guy in
Yeah.
the YMCA?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
There might
I
have
think
been a
he was like the
construction
main
worker.
singer.
No, he wasn't the construction worker.
Wasn't he the main singer?
He was, I think, the main
Yeah.
singer. Yeah, but I don't remember what he was, like what his character was or whatever. But
I thought
Anyway.
it was the fucking.
The village people.
yeah.
I thought he. Maybe he did.
No,
do
he
the
was a
Indian.
cop. He was.
Yeah,
He was
okay,
the
the
cop.
cop. Okay, that's what I
Oh,
thought.
okay.
The other guy was just
A biker.
the kinky
The biker.
biker.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what we were
And then
mixing
there's
up.
a
Okay.
cowboy. I guess there's a army man too.
What the fuck?
there's
that guy just he photobombed him.
Just fucking showed
jumped
up.
in.
No, there really is. Yeah, one of the black guys was a military guy.
Okay.
Oh, that Native American guy. Though. Look at him. Sassy.
Yeah.
Sassy. Happy to be there. Just happy to be there. Happy to be
So
involved.
the Dobbs twins were raised in Texas. Strangely enough, among a UFO worshipping cult that
Who
was
the
founded
fuck
by
are
their
the
father.
Dobbs twins?
I just told you,
He
Frank
just
and Althea
said,
Dobbs
yeah,
who were scientists.
They were scientists that showed up to this
showed
whole.
up because of these. They got
they
these
wanted to
flyers.
see David Blaine on the ice cube.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They were being
They got
scientific
leafleted
about it. They're
too.
like,
Yeah.
that's why they showed
No
up because
way.
they were
This
like,
guy will freeze to
that's
death.
exactly why they showed
There's
up. They're
no
like,
way.
we're gonna have to take some tests.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, they did plenty of tests out there.
They sure did.
Yeah, that's right.
Because when they got
All
there,
those
they built
boys.
when they got there, they built a laboratory, and in a ramshackle trailer, and so
That's not a word that you. That's a word you.
That's called a meth lab. Is
You
what
know,
that is.
no, you know what?
In the middle
That
of
is not a word that Kevin put in there at all. That's a word Kevin lifted directly from an internet source.
Yeah.
There's no way he would have used ramshackle.
that's true.
No fucking chance.
They either set up a distillery or a fucking meth lab in the middle of the woods.
They're like, hey,
It's
let's make
possible.
a ramshackle.
So. What
the fuck?
Okay, so
Who does that?
So previously, the siblings had been working
ramshackle
had been-
Previously on Kevin's
Yeah,
Conspiracy
yeah.
Corner.
So they had been at Princeton, and they had written this dissertation called Cognitive Chaos, which was dismissed by the university. In fact, they were dismissed by the university because of this, apparently, because they thought it was ridiculous and that they were ridiculous.
I don't know what any of this means.
I'm following you, Kevin.
I'm getting to a point here.
Cognitive conspiracy.
So you've got these scientists. That
Usually
basically
you want to
showed up.
cut. Here's my one point.
You're talking too much.
It's
to
not
listen.
that. No. Usually, when you go, oh, they got dismissed for this thing, you might want to talk about what the thing is first, and then
He
say that
just
this is
did.
why they got dismissed.
A
Nobody knows what it
dissertation- A
means.
dissertation on something called cognitive chaos. I don't have the actual paper they wrote here.
Well, that seems like a key point.
Why? Why would we need to read that? It'd be like.
But then
this
why
fucking
bring it
thing.
up?
I'm telling you why they.
Nobody
got
said you had to
dismissed.
read the whole thing.
I'm telling
Kevin,
you
could you read
why
the
they got
entire fucking
dismissed
dictionary?
from Princeton? Is because they wrote that, and the university.
Why
thought
are
it
you
was
over
bullshit.
enunciating?
Because I feel like
You're
not hearing
over.
me.
What? Who are you? Are you William Shatner?
Why not?
Overacting
It works
for no
him.
reason?
It works for him, Shane. He's got a great career.
He's also Canadian, Kevin.
Do
Do you want to be
It has
Canadian?
something to do with cannabis.
If it makes me
Oh,
money,
that's why.
sure.
See, that would have helped. They got kicked out in the 70s because of cannabis stuff.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
that
Thank you.
actually- yes.
Thank you, Tim, for doing some
Okay,
research.
There we go.
Good.
Okay,
Kevin
so-
didn't do any. Kevin just fucking.
It's schizophrenia. And
So what they
and-
did was
and
they
that.
basically brought their research to the
That's
ashram,
real research.
and they founded what they call the Institute of Chaos Studies in this little commune.
Jeff Goldblum led it up.
Yeah, you're like, life will find a way.
Life, scratch, finds a way. Package shot.
That is one big pile of shit.
And then he just lays on his side.
Nipple out.
So within 3 years, they'd stumbled upon an extraordinarily bizarre discovery.
That this
A
is,
hat in a fucking tree?
They created a device they called the Gate.
they're like, there's nobody out here. There's a hat in a tree. How did this even get here?
Someone's head
This tree,
explodes.
this tree grows hats. This is the first hat tree I've ever seen in my life.
Well, hat trees are very rare.
Are they in
In fact,
Texas
there's only
now or
one of them.
something?
No, they're
What's
still
going on?
in the
Jersey
Pine
woods,
Barrens,
dude.
in fucking.
They're at Ong's
So,
hat.
so just like
No, they
what,
were born in Texas.
So wait, just like what's going on in the story itself is going nowhere too.
You keep talking.
I'm following Kevin. I'm
It
right
would
there with
go
you.
somewhere.
Someone
You shut the
masturbated,
fuck up.
got it in their eye, and all of a sudden someone's dead.
Yes.
So they built these.
What happened to
series
the
of
boys?
devices they
And then
called
that's
the
what they
Gate.
called the gate. And it's just some dude spreading his cheeks.
Yes. And so they would hook people up to this guy
They spelled
spreading their
it
cheeks.
G-A-Y-T-E.
Yep.
And basically, these series of devices would chart brain waves, and they began by experimenting with sex, drugs, and other mind wave manipulation.
Rock and roll, Kevin. Rock and roll.
I'm
You
sure
missed
they
the
were-
one
it was the
fucking thing that you
70s.
had to
Of
say
course
there.
They had rock and
The
roll.
village
They were-
people were
they
there,
in a
so
commune,
rock and roll
and
happened.
The village people were
The
there.
only word you needed to say after this, they experimented with sex, drugs, and whatever else you said. It should have just been sex, drugs, rock and roll,
Well, and other mind wave manipulators.
and then you could have added that at the end. It would have been funnier.
Yeah.
Fine, whatever.
Hey, let's rewind it. We'll try
So-
that again.
Oh, hey, can you rewind this on?
Yeah. So sex,
Bring it
drugs,
back.
rock and roll, and
No.
mind wave
Actually-
manipulation.
Wait, no.
Well
Actually, in the thing, can you do that? Rewind that little part, put it in again, and then you just do an rock and roll, like over the top of it.
Tub over it.
Please do that.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay,
It just pauses and rock and roll.
that'll be great. Oh man.
So basically,
No, it
what
should
they
be
were
someone's
trying
voice
to
is
do,
completely like a female voice. Rock and roll.
Yeah, have your girl do it.
Oh, okay. Have
It'll
her
be
do the
funnier
voiceover?
that way,
Okay.
I think.
It
Yeah.
doesn't sound like you at all.
Yeah.
But have her attempting to do your voice.
That actually might turn out
I
pretty
think
funny.
that'll be fucking
Okay.
hilarious.
So
Without her
anyway,
hearing aids.
So, yeah. It doesn't sound like that. Without hearing.
I know, but that's
You asshole. That's more racist. That's just fucked up.
I had to do it that way because that's funnier.
Anyway, so what they're trying to do was find out how to control the chaos they found within the mind. They couldn't do that.
Of course not. I mean, look at this show. There's chaos in the mind every time. You can't control this shit. What the fuck? Right?
So they ended up creating several versions of this, and on the fourth version of it, this thing they called the egg, and it was apparently this big
Egg?
chamber that looked like an egg. It was the shape of an egg.
Jeff
Which is why
Goldblum.
they call it the
That's how he
egg.
became a fly.
That
Holy
is-
shit!
Just
called it.
like that.
You fucking called it, Tim.
Called it. Patrick Stewart shows up with that
So-
thing on his head.
Yeah, the
I don't remember that.
Cerebro
What
from
happened to
X-Men.
Cerebro.
Yeah,
X-Men.
from X-Men.
Oh.
Professor X.
The head.
Why
the,
did he show
the
up?
Head thing.
Because it's a fucking brain chamber.
Oh, the fly.
Well, that
That
too.
looked like an egg.
Yeah, but in Cerebro they have the big spherical room he's in, where like
the brain chamber.
I don't
Hands
watch
and
the
shit.
X-Men shit.
you never read the comics when you were a kid.
No.
You're missing out, buddy.
I'm sorry.
You're missing out.
Yeah.
I went out and played football and
I
hockey.
did too, but I still read
don't-
fucking comic
I don't
books.
believe
I was
you.
fucking bitches, dude.
like 7
And
years
watching
old.
X-Men. That's what I was doing.
Tim was getting molested by a 90-year-old guy down the street.
Goddamn right. He had X-Men. It was great. That's why I came over every day.
He's like, "You want to see my Wolverine?"
Fuck yeah, I do. Get your fat
So
ass
what
back.
they did was they took one of the runaway boys and they put him into the egg to test it, because runaway, no one's gonna miss him, right?
Yep.
So moments later, the kid and the egg disappeared when they ran this.
What?
And
No
it came
way.
back.
The
a few-
Manhattan
it came back a
experiment.
few minutes later, and this kid,
Was an
the
adult.
runaway, said, "Well,
And they're like, you're of age now.
so
Let's do this."
Worthless.
well, that didn't stop him before, but now it's legal." So the kid comes back moments later, and he says that he
Doc.
traveled to a different dimension.
What happened to Einstein?
You're gonna be killed.
Oh shit! It's the Libyans.
I don't know how they found me, but they found me. Run for it, Marty!
Is that Biff's?
No, you bastards! That's what happened.
Shit, I forgot about that.
We're the plot of fucking Back to the Future now.
So this kid claimed that he went to another dimension,
Of course he did.
but it was just
had
like
sex with
Earth.
his mom.
He was in the same place,
As
same-
one does in the other dimensions.
He was in the same Pine Barrens, but no humans
pines.
were on the planet Earth.
Lone
There
pine.
were no human beings.
Dude,
On this
this
dimension-
is fucking Back to the Future.
On this dimension, humans never.
Twin Pines Mall,
never
Lone Pine
evolved.
Mall, Pines. Holy shit.
Thank you.
All the things
Found
are
the
lining
connection.
up.
Thank you.
Yes.
Jeff Goldblum,
Doc Brown,
Doc Brown,
Professor X,
Professor X, the Navy,
It all adds up, man.
Village
It all adds
people.
up.
village people were there.
Holy
So-
shit.
Shenanigans, buddy.
So, but he was alone in this place. There were no humans. Humans did not evolve on this dimension, apparently.
Cool.
And so,
So he was a god
Amongst
I
men
guess.
ish.
technically,
among mush.
but he was also like a kid. So
Yeah, wouldn't that be weird if he went to
bear
a dimension
could
where
easily chase his ass
every
down.
single person just evolved without bones?
Yep. Just piles of
rolled
stuff.
around.
rolling piles of flesh.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine what
I wonder
sex would be like.
I wonder
That'd
how
be
they
fucking
clean their asses
amazing.
in that world.
You think that would be amazing?
Fuck yeah,
Tim, you're almost
They
there.
just
That's
shit
what
and
I'm
steamroll
having
over the
amazing
poop.
sex. Best I've ever had. You don't do anything. You just fucking. And that's it.
So
Or as Kevin would do it. Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Right there.
Wow.
What'd you say?
Okay.
Wait, what
Wow.
what was that?
Wow. Yeah.
Touch it.
You want me to put it where?
Yeah. Yeah.
Why?
Yep.
Put your hearing aids in.
What?
Kevin, God damn it.
So the members of the ICS ended up having to leave the compound of the Pine Barrens because apparently there was a chemical spill from Fort Dix that was
Fort
nearby.
Dix?
Fort Dix.
Wow.
D-I-X. Dix.
Sure that was the first spelling?
Well, there was a chemical spill at Fort
They have
Dix.
changed over time. You know things change.
Weird.
Fact-checking.
Weird.
Look up Fort
Sometimes
Dix.
my dick sometimes
And,
has a chemical spill.
So apparently there was leaking nuclear material in the area. So instead of fleeing outward to somewhere else in our world, they fled interdimensionally with the egg.
Well, why
To a
wouldn't they?
different dimension.
Did the mist
How
show
did
up
they-
also?
I'm curious.
No,
How
no
did they?
mist.
How did they all fit in the egg?
I think they just went like
One
or
by
two at a
one?
time. Yeah.
Well, someone
I don't
got-
know, dude.
Someone got left behind.
Have you seen the
Probably.
some of the military
Someone always
TikTok
gets left
videos?
behind.
They put 14 dudes into a fucking porta potty. They tactically went into it.
Did you see the NASA videos
No.
of people doing green screen work behind in the back while they're walking through like the NASA what is it called when they do mission control?
Yeah.
There's like guys in astronaut suits pretending to be in space and floating on a green screen.
I think I've seen those in there.
Like they're actually in the capsule, and we're supposed to believe that they're actually in the capsule.
Pretty
They're
sure those
floating
were
around.
debunked.
But then there's some guy in the background that
Tim believes everything that he hears.
he's
I
on
saw
a
a
wire
debate with this
system and
where
all
people
that and
use
shit
this
like that.
evidence and-
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that, Tim.
It's fucking hilarious.
But
Okay.
It's all fake. We've
Okay,
never been to
so-
space or the moon. It's fucking bullshit. The moon's not fucking real, you guys.
It's made
yeah,
of
yeah.
cheese.
We're under
that's
a glass
been,
dome.
That's been established for a very long
Yeah.
time. Where
why
do you
the-
think? Where do you think we?
That's
get
why
all
the French
cheese
are
for
so
the
against
macaroni
going
and
to the
cheese?
moon because they want it for themselves. They're trying to convince everybody else to stay away.
That's where these people went. They actually went to the moon. They didn't go to a different dimension.
piece of candy.
What?
Yeah, it's distraction for sure. I got you.
Anyway, go ahead.
So anyway,
That's going to be him
So-
bringing us back.
yes. So, I'll just
Y'all
do
are going
something
off
that
on a
makes
tangent.
No
Here's a
fucking
piece of
sense.
candy.
Where?
So that's the
Kevin
first,
shows up in his van.
So that's the first thought that they used the egg to escape. But what maybe some people believe that the
With
nuclear
Mr. Bigglesworth?
what
They just left. And
cat no not that they just left that the
They escaped in a
nuclear that the
thing?
nuclear leak was actually a cover story from the government because they actually went in with a team and attacked the little commune
Dude, this is a
for
Stephen
this
King book.
for this technology that
This
they
is the
made.
mist.
Oh.
Some say it was Delta Force.
Oh, those fuckers.
Some say it may even
It was actually
be
Larry the Cable
One of
Guy.
the-
Russian
one of the
or,
guys quit.
Russian or Danish
Delta Force is like, you know what? I got to sing.
I'm going to tell everybody.
I'm joining your group. You guys need a military person. in
That's
this
right.
group.
And the cop that showed up, he's like, "Fuck yeah, dude!
I see what you guys are doing here, and
You-
I love it.
Are you guys building a dude pyramid? Let's do this."
Who's the Native American guy over there? He's handsome.
Me so horny.
He came from another dimension.
Me love you long time.
I don't know why you're bringing that one in.
The military guy.
He was talking about sex and shit.
No, I was talking about the village people
Oh, well,
getting their
they-
crew
Well,
from a nuclear
That,
fallout.
that didn't work at all.
It's okay.
I misheard. Okay.
Construction guy
anyway,
nearby is like, guys, you got to leave here. There's a nuclear fallout. Who's the handsome guy in the fucking mustache with the leather vest? Oh, that's just a local biker. Oh, okay.
Hey, do you think you'll join our group?
Yeah.
We're trying to put people in an egg.
What kind of sunglasses are those? I've never seen those
yeah,
before.
that's what's his fucking name? Fard. Wally Fard. That was the biker.
There you go. There you go.
He doesn't get it.
No, he did. He just pointed it out, dude. That's one of the bikers is Wally Fard.
Wally Fard.
He's now a fucking Village People singer.
Village peepers.
Village Peepers.
Yeah, well, that's another way you can call them.
Village peepers.
Peoples.
It's a voyeur group. They like
Yeah.
to just watch in people's living rooms, bathrooms.
Well, that's the only reason they went on tour,
Why not?
so they can go to a new city and see new people.
Variety, man.
Yeah.
It's the spice of life.
Actually, that's I think that was on Unsolved Mysteries.
You know what? That's one of their most hailed episodes.
Remember they tried bringing the show back at one point with
Yeah,
a
it was
different
Yeah, they
terrible.
did.
It
Yeah, it
fucking
was not good.
stupid.
No, it wasn't good.
Who was the host of that one?
You know, side note too. Tried watching the History of the World Part 2.
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh my god,
Not
it's
good?
a snooze.
Yeah.
Really?
It's basically everybody pandering to Mel Brooks. They're like, he wrote it all, I'm sure. And they're like, oh no, that's great. Yeah, we'll do that. That'll be a lot of fun. Yeah. and they do it, and it's not, and it's his old gigs, and
Well,
it's,
either that or what happened is he did write a bunch of stuff. They took it, and they're like, well, we need some rewrites because this doesn't... Because you know how his old comedy was.
yeah,
It was very funny.
Yeah.
very racist, very sexist,
But funny
very,
as fuck,
Yeah, and that's
right?
but yeah, like I said, the first half hour into it, I'm like, oh god, here we go. This is bait. Everybody's sucking his dick.
Yeah.
That's
Which
kinda-
would be
that's a
nice.
bummer.
Well, they're making. It's not
Imagine
that
if you were 80-something and everyone
It's not
was sucking
them
your
making
dick.
fun of him. It's like, oh, let's this sweet old man who's
Sounds
you
Good
know,
to be the king.
Sounds
king,
delightful.
the king of comedy at the time, and
good to be
now
the
they're
king.
all just like, yeah, it's kind of pathetic in my opinion. But I'll give it another watch. I'll
Trophy
try to do
obtained.
the other episodes too. Maybe it gets funnier, and I'll do a review next week. But so
Yeah.
far, I'm not impressed.
All right, are we on a
So anyway,
conspiracy thing?
I'm just
well,
side note.
yeah,
Said it.
yeah.
Wow, are you a train in Ohio, Tim? Because you really derailed that.
Yeah. What was the last one? The guy ran into a truck and killed some people.
I don't know.
Killed himself.
There were 2 fucking trains that derailed in Ohio,
Yeah.
like just in the last 2 weeks.
Yes.
The second one
That's
got
because,
video of it.
Well, that's because whenever a train derails in a place, other trains will derail there. My uncle used to work for the railroad. And he told me that it literally will derail in the same area because they don't know how to properly fix it to where it won't happen.
I thought it's
has
because
something to do with- no, it has
time
something-
is just a construct and
Well,
they're hitting the same
no, it
thing.
has
The
something to do-
vibrations in the rails and
No,
it
Yeah.
sends it to
well,
another
it has
one,
something
and
to do
all of a
with the
sudden-
ground itself underneath the rails. After a derailment happens, it causes problems or something that's very hard to maintain stability in
No,
those
this
areas or
train didn't
something.
derail in the same exact spot, and
You guys derailed this entire thing. Keep
Anyway,
going.
So
he's done.
I'm not done.
He's not done.
I'm finishing up though.
Kevin,
so-
you're done.
All right, Kevin, when you finish up, can you wipe it on the bear? Figured I'd bring that one back into this.
So tasteless, awful,
I'm sure there's a taste.
awful.
it's okay. We'll be able to leave that one in on Rumble.
Goodness.
So
I didn't say the joke. All I
know.
did is reference it. Fuck you.
That's all you need to
You can,
do.
you can leave it on anything. There's no fucking... Unless you've listened to every episode. No, you're not going to notice it.
So anyway,
That's a callback and
yeah.
not a good one.
I know. So
was
lo-
it Candace?
Oh
Or
yeah,
Cadence?
Cadence Boyar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're not going there
So,
either.
so people go out to this place still to this day to try to
Find the egg.
see what they can find.
It's
yeah.
an Easter egg hunt.
And exactly. But
That's where it
skeptics-
came from? Dude,
So-
this is an origin story for everything.
So
A
skeptics.
lot of stuff was
they-
discovered there at
they
Ong's
find
Hat.
They find this.
I don't know how his hat has anything to do with this anymore.
It's the name of the place.
That's
his,
it?
His hat's in the trees casting spells. It's a magic hat. The rabbit falls out of it. Hence the Easter egg hunt.
Yeah.
And why rabbits are tied into it.
Holy shit.
Sounds fascinating.
Everything's tied into it.
That's what I'm saying.
That's where, what's his face, used the cedar stones.
Yeah.
That happened too.
Yeah,
right out
you
of
know
that
what?
hat.
Right. Yep. Pulled it right out of that
Holy
fucking hat.
fuck. John Smith.
Oh, that fucker. Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Joe Smith.
Yeah.
Joseph Smith.
Yeah. Joe
That's
Smith.
right. Whatever his name was. John Smith sounds fine.
And he was
No,
looking
people
through
don't
the
get the
bag,
reference of
finding the
John
golden
Smith.
tablets,
Look at
and only
Joseph
he can
Smith,
see
yeah.
them and all that
Yeah,
shit.
he sees
Yeah.
the
And then-
salamander and
Then he lost all the fucking words because his wife took him. And then he comes back and he's like, well, I can't tell you the same story because God would be mad. So we're going to have to say a different
Yeah.
one.
everything
Fucking
came
make
from,
this shit up
from
again,
Ong's
damn it.
hat.
All from Ong's hat.
So skeptics, they obviously find this far-fetched.
Yeah. I don't know. No.
And
I doubt
so
that.
Look, when
And
I
there's been
found it,
several books
me and
written
Tim
about this.
Wait, me and Tim found it far-fetched from the time that the guy threw his own fucking hat away.
Yeah,
yeah, sure,
I'm sorry,
of
I don't
course.
believe
Nobody
that part
throws
of it.
their hat
That's
away
the
in
only.
the 1800s.
That's the only part
Everybody
I
knows
don't
that.
believe about this whole fucking
The
story.
rest of
It's
it, you're
just
like, I'm in.
I'm in. But you're gonna throw your own hat up in a fucking tree, bro.
Hat in a
Especially the lesbian anarchists.
Yeah,
That's
well,
the
well,
most
yeah,
realistic
that's
part of this.
Yeah.
Security guards, they're there.
Of course. You know,
I just see them walking around with like an axe,
Yeah, they got their hair
getting ready to clean
hair
up
tied
somebody's spills.
bitching the whole fucking time with their
Yeah.
little wisps of fur on their chin.
Yeah. Super mad about everything.
Little peach mustache.
Cheryl, you're looking great today. Oh, thanks, Carol.
Thanks, Barb. Barb is the name.
Barb. That's the one. Barb is the one.
Yeah.
Barb and Cheryl.
What's your full name? Barbarella.
Yeah, it's that.
So, yeah, so there's been several books written on this subject, and then there's also been people that have come forward claiming that they created this on the early internet and message boards and like BBS stuff sites.
Oh, the whole story?
That's what there's some people that have come forward
It's like,
claiming.
it's like Polybius.
But nobody knows really if there's. I mean, there's not a whole lot of evidence to.
You know what
back
Polybius
up. There's no
is,
evidence
right?
to really back up any of it.
You know what Polybius is?
Yes, the game that supposedly never existed.
That started in Portland.
Yes,
But the FBI was fucking using it as mind control.
mind control. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. People have been
Video
looking
game.
for that game forever. Which actually, we should do a conspiracy corner on that one.
We could
Yeah.
do it easily, like 4 minutes that last 45 minutes
Yeah,
out of that. No
absolutely.
problem.
Well,
Let's
well,
fire it up, guys.
you
Let's
know
do it
what?
now.
All right,
Hey.
do it now.
2
2-hour special, guys, tonight.
Hey, after the Titanic one, we'll do Polybius.
All right, Polybius sounds good because
Okay.
that's an interesting one.
It's a
weird.
really interesting one. Yeah, I've seen like a documentary on
Yeah,
it.
and so many people say that they actually have the real version.
Yeah, and there's also people that said that they played it when it was there, when it it was like only in like one place or something.
Yeah. It's
And,
the Barbra Streisand effect.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you got a big nose and cross-eyed?
What?
And you sing lentil songs. Was it lentil or
Yentl.
Yentl? Thank you,
Yentl.
thank you. Lentil song.
They sing songs about beans.
The fuck are you talking about? She's
got
all
it right,
beans,
Yentl.
beans, the magical fruit. The more you eat, the more you toot.
Don't look at me and start to sputter. Life's a bowl of butter.
What? What are you looking for?
I'm looking for that
Barbra
fucking big
Streisand
long
sound.
fart sound. Oh well, whatever. Anyway, so yeah.
No, we should have
Basically-
waited for it.
So basically, I mean, the whole point is that there's not a lot. There's like almost no evidence to prove the conspiracy, and there's very little evidence other than people claiming that they were the ones that created the hoax.
So we did a
it's up in the
conspiracy
air.
theory on a fucking hoax?
No, it's not known if these people who have said this are telling the truth.
Well, I'd say they're full of shit, but yeah,
People.
that's me.
Because this has been around for quite a while. It's just that nobody
Since the 70s.
Maybe
1800s.
I don't know.
No, that was his hat.
That's the thing.
Part of the
There's-
conspiracy theory.
there's
It
not
has
a lot
nothing
of
to do with the
No, I'm
conspiracy.
sorry. That's the
He could have
conspiracy.
skipped
This
the first 5
dude
minutes of
did
this.
not throw his hat in a fucking tree. There's no fucking way. Homeboy took his.
He's all, listen,
Silk hat.
bitch. I'm gonna throw my hat in this tree if you don't fucking stop
Yep.
stomping on it.
You better check your mouth, woman, because this hat's going right in this fucking tree.
I'm a pimp.
Yep. I'm a pimp, motherfucker.
That's why I have this boa on.
Yep.
It's purple.
And these heels.
There's a lot of purple in my suit.
a lot of purple in your suit,
Well, he's a pimp.
Yeah, he's a pimp. Did you not?
like
You're the one that started this thing.
flowery, like tassels and things like that.
Yeah, it's a purple
No.
suit with heels and a
There's
fucking
no
cane.
tassels.
He's got a
How do
goddamn
you
boa.
know? Why not?
And
He's
his
wearing
hat
them
got
under
crushed.
his suit.
Maybe.
And he
he's very
showed this
flashy.
bitch by tossing his hat up in a fucking tree.
It's like, listen, bitch, this hat's worth more than your life, and I'm gonna throw it in a tree.
So if her was his hat, then I could see that too, tossing her up in the tree and stringing
If
this bitch
her
up.
was his hat,
That's the only the way I could put that.
if
through.
she,
Yeah, if she was his hat. Ong's hat was his. What's the word for the pimp's woman?
the bottom bitch,
The bottom bit?
that would be the top earner. You know,
Yeah.
his favorite.
Yeah, I could see that then. I could see tossing her in the tree.
What if his hat was actually just a midget and it was midget tossing?
Oh, see,
Dude,
that'd be
midget tossing. I've always wanted to throw a midget.
Kevin got
I've
excited
always
about
wanted
that.
to do midget tossing. It sounds awesome.
Holy shit!
Well, looks like we have to do an episode about that.
We should.
I
We
don't know
should
any.
do it. We should hire a midget and toss him.
We're not that rich, bud.
Yeah,
We don't have to.
We don't have that money.
We'll
We don't have that
we'll
midget
find-
tossing money.
We'll find a
but
poor
they're small.
midget.
We just need to pay them in smaller bills. It's fine.
And shiny coins.
We pay them in promises of like dancing a jig with them.
Now, where's your pot of gold, little man?
Yeah. All right, finish the fucking story. We've
Well,
gone
that's
40
that is-
fucking
that's
minutes
the end
into
of
this.
the story.
You fucking wrapped it, dude.
There's not enough evidence to prove either one.
Oh, I'm sorry. We've gone 50 minutes into the story.
We just journeyed into some bullshit. Is what we fucking did, dude.
Do you know how let down I feel? I
So
feel as
either-
let down as that hat.
Yeah.
So either
That hat
somebody
didn't deserve
discovered
this at all.
interdimensional travel, or it's all fucking bullshit, and nobody's sure which one.
I feel dumber after hearing
I
this.
feel pretty sure about what it is. I'm going to say right there.
All right.
Coffee Brand
wait.
Coffee. Check us out.
Yep, 5% off if you use the coupon code GPS1.
Go to velvetalley.com. Check out their fucking toys, guys. You're going to love it for you and your loved ones.
But more
Get
importantly, follow us on all the social medias that we have. Except for Twitter, because Kevin got us kicked off for using the N-word.
And give us a like, follow, feedback. Feedback. Want to hear from you guys.
Write a review.
Yeah.
Tell your friends.
Tell everyone.
Show us your tits.
Fucking tell your enemies. Tell everyone that you think wouldn't like the show. That might get us more traction, too. Thank you, and good night.